Here we go, back again at this table, and today we're going to have a look at this camera. This is my Sony FDR AX33. This is one of the cameras that I use in order to film my videos. So I've had it for quite a while, and I thought it'd be worth doing a little bit of a, you can almost use it as almost a review, but more just to have a look at it and to see what it is and how it performs, because I suppose that's a review, isn't it, as well? Because, you know, why not? Now, I pre-ordered this, I think it was 2015 or somewhere around that sort of time. Can't remember now. I know I had to pre-order it and I had to wait a month or 2 months for it to arrive because it was not released yet in the UK, in England. So I've had it for a while. I've used it. I use it for my videos. So let's have a look to see what we get on in the box. Now you can see that on one side of the box there's obviously a picture of the camera. It does have 4K, by the way, as well. And there was no particular reason why I chose this camera. I just chose it. 20.6 megapixels still image recording. We've got a 15 times zoom with 4K and 20 times with just ordinary HD. 29.8mm wide angle lens. 100 frames per second high speed recording, and a manual focusing ring. It'll only do the 100 FPS on the lower quality though. It won't do it in HD or 4K. I think 50 FPS is the most in HD, and I'm not sure about 4K. You got other bits and bobs on the side here. Yeah, not a lot on there. Not a lot on that side of the box either. Just writing and bits and bobs. Not a lot on that side of the box either. This tells you features, steady shot and all that stuff. And we're back around here again. So before we look at the camera, let's have a look inside the box. I'll put that aside. That was the receipt. What else we got? We got bits of paper, guarantee information, another bit of paper, nothing really relevant. Register your new product online. Lovely. Here we got the digital 4K video camera recorder. This is the instruction manual. Not a very thick one, but it's still, I've never read it, to tell you the truth. Why would you need to read it on a camcorder? But there are some features obviously on modern camcorders these days that you're going to want to find out about, because they have all kinds of features, and you know, unless you're a proper camera geek, you ain't going to know what you're talking about. This is where the camera would be, but I've taken it out, obviously. Still got the power cable in order to charge it up. You get one of those. You get a HDMI cable. Oh, what's this? Some kind of USB adapter cable. Never thought about using that before. Got a USB adapter cable and a HDMI cable, and the charger, which is still wrapped up because I've never used it. Reason being, I have other Sony camcorders and cameras, and they have exactly the same charger, so I just use that charger to save unwrapping this one. So that's what you get inside the box, obviously, and the main camcorder itself. So if we just pack this to one side, we can have a look at the camcorder itself, which is really good. Now let me just get a better close-up for you. There we go. Hopefully this camera that I'm using to film this will be able to keep a focus on it. Now you will notice one thing. I have got a UV filter on the front there. That's because I do quite a lot of filming outside, and you know, sometimes the sun and other things get in the way, causes a bit of annoyance. So the build quality of this, it's very good. It's heavy, it's nice and heavy. I mean, if you wanted a lightweight, compact camcorder to go around filming or doing your vlogging or whatever it is you do, you probably wouldn't want to choose one of these. You'd probably choose another camera, a lighter one. There's plenty on the market, but this is nice and heavy. I mean, you could. I mean, I use this as my, well, I say daily. I don't film daily, but I use this as my camera that I take around with me. If you ever see me go out and about, I use this camera. You've got your manual focus in there. You've got your little focus ring on the side here. This is obviously your screen, what folds out. You've got your 5 to 1 surround sound microphone on the top there, which is actually a very good microphone. Another thing which is very important, it is for me anyway, because I tend to use an external microphone, is the shoe on the top. You've got a nice little shoe there on the top, which is lovely, and it's covered up by this really sturdy feeling little door. And if you go around here, you've got a little slidey flap like that where you plug the microphone in, and you've also plug some headphones in there and a multi, whatever a multi does. So a little sliding door that comes across, that's also quite sturdy. I like that, that's very nice. Photo button for taking photos. That's the zoom, I think I've already mentioned that. That's your little button there for going between photos or film or recording. Balanced optical steady shot. Yeah, you've got your, oh, you're not going to be able to see it, but let's see if we can see the little gimbal there in the lens. If you close it, you've got your lens cover what comes down, but then when I open it, you'll see the lens is all floppy, and then it will, there you go. See, that's very handy. I like that a lot. It does seem to do the job that it's supposed to do, and it does seem to steady the, steady the shot. Can't fault that really. You've got your little handle here, which is nice. A little plug in it. I don't really know what that's for. The USB, I think. It's a USB plug. Around here, various buttons. Play. You've got a night shot, which is basically night vision. You've got night vision on this camera, which is handy. I can't say I've really had to use that yet. I've used it for fun, but I've not had to use it for anything that I was filming. Your on and off button, your HDMI door, if you've got HDMI cable goes in there. The doors are very steady, and I do like the doors, they're very nice. Your memory card goes in here, another little door, opens up like that in there, and that's where you stick your memory card. I think it takes up to whatever the maximum memory is for memory cards. The one I've got in here is a 64 gig. If we can, hopefully you can see that. Focus on that. Don't know. It's a Laxar Professional, 150 megabytes times 1000, 64 gig. SDXC class 10. So, and it'll take this obviously. And it'll probably take every memory card that's out there on the market, I would have thought, because this is a good camera. You've got your battery there, by the way, obviously, as well. Your screen, which is a 3-inch screen in high definition. It's a touch screen as well, which is brilliant. You can do everything on this touch screen. You don't have to use any other buttons. Everything's on the touch screen. You've got menus and other bits and bobs. We won't go through the menus in this video. I don't believe there's really any need to, but you can do everything on there. Yeah, that screen does twist that way, and it twists all the way around as well, so if you're filming yourself or filming something like I am now on this camera that I'm filming you with, I've got the screen turned around so that I can see. You've also got an eyepiece, which is handy. Not that I've really had a need to use it, but I can pull that out. undo that up. That turns the camera on as well, and you can have a look through the eyepiece instead, if you would so wish to. Do that, push that back in, turns the camera off. Lovely. That's a nice feature actually. You've obviously got here your little charging light, tells you whether it's charging. You've got your record and stop button, and then you've got your DC in where you would charge it. Another little door which is quite sturdy. Little door folds down there. This is a very nice, well built camera. You've obviously got information on the bottom. You've got your mounting point for your tripod mount with a little screw. Not sure, it's a standard fitting, not sure what size it is, to tell you the truth. I should have looked that up, but I didn't, so there you go. But it's a standard fitting. It fits most tripods, whatever a standard tripod is. I've got many tripods and I've never really looked at what size they are. They just fit, I just buy them and they fit, so it's simple as that. So there we go, we've got, yeah, a nice little camera. I don't think it came with anything else, it just come in the box as that's how it was. I don't know whether you can still buy these new, to tell you the truth. I'd imagine you probably can still buy them new. As far as quality goes, if you're interested in how the quality goes, I mean, all you've got to do is look back at my videos, and I render those using Premiere Pro, and I render them in the maximum quality that I can get at 1080p. I don't ever use 4K because the size of the video, man, is massive. I mean, it's a bloody hell 4K. I've done a 20-minute video in 1080p, and it was about 8 gig. And then I done another one in 4K, and it was about 80 gig. It was ridiculous, the size of the videos, and I can't store them anywhere. I have to keep backups, and I can't do it. So it's 4K. But if you want to see the quality, just go and have a look at some of my other videos. Recent ones, that is, not ones way back. If you look at recent ones within the last year or 2 years, this is when I really started to use this camera, because I bought it and then it just kind of sat. I just didn't really use it. I was using the DSLR instead, which is what I'm filming this with. But then I didn't really use it. But now I do. I use it a lot more. I've kind of learned that you have to use the cameras that are suitable for what you're filming. So a DSLR is good for filming outdoors in landscapes, whereas this is better for filming indoors, because the autofocus is really good on this. Because it's a dedicated camcorder, sorry, though it's got autofocus, is dedicated and it's brilliant. Whereas on the 760D that I'm filming this with, it's a mid-range DSLR, and the autofocus isn't really that good for filming indoors and filming close-up things, as we saw at the beginning of this video where it was trying to focus in and out, so I've had to stick on manual focus for now. So this, for filming indoors or just even vlogging or doing anything like that, it's fantastic. And I think a lot of YouTubers do use this camera. A lot of them don't. A lot of them use another Sony camera that I can't remember the name of, but it's a popular camera. But I know a few people do use this camera, and it's a very good camera. If you stick the microphone on it, you can adjust the levels within the menu. You can adjust everything that you need to adjust for perfect audio. So it's a very nice camera. I'd definitely recommend it. Even if you buy one second hand, I'd still recommend it. It's fantastic. So this is a look at my more modern cameras. If you want to see some of the older cameras that I used, or that I do use in my older camera collection, I'll put some links in the description. And every Sunday for the past few months I was having a look at my older cameras. I've got Polaroids, I've got 35mm cameras, you know, Canons, Pentexes, and all sorts of cameras that I was doing little videos and look at that. So next Sunday we'll be looking at another camera. We'll be looking at the 760D, the one that this is being filmed with, to see how that compares and how that goes. I had to pre-order that one as well. So yeah, lovely job. Sweet. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day, won't you?